Yo, 722 Marine here. Um, just came across this article that somebody posted on Facebook, and I saw the headlines, but I didn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's just like I couldn't wrap my mind around it. But anyhow, I clicked on it and went to the website to read the article, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. It's just how inhumane this situation is, and it's talking about in Oregon how the remains of aborted babies were burned in an incinerator and to make heat, to make energy, you know what I'm saying, and to heat people's homes. And it's just like I literally felt this wave of disgust come over me. You know what I'm saying? I still can't believe it. These are aborted babies. Some they say originated from Canada. Transported to Oregon, to Marion County in Oregon, and this biomedical waste, as they call it, was, placed into the incinerator with other waste, to be incinerated and make heat for people's homes. And they didn't know it was going on. But it still is just, how could something like that happen? Can you imagine the heat from your home is part of the heat from your home comes from dead human beings being burned. And what was another shocking thing about it was that I was reading the comments. I always go down to the comments, and half the time I'm scared to read them. But there was people joking about it, as if and some people were saying it was no big deal. What's the big deal? Just a bunch of dead cells, anyhow. But this is how desensitized people have become to things of this nature, where a human being, regardless of whether it's in its fetal stage, earliest stages of life, is still a human being, where people just don't care, even to the point that they joke about it, laugh and joke about it. Let me go down here and see if I can read some of the comments. I mean, one dude said he really didn't see the big deal. One person tried to put it in perspective as saying that, I'll just read the comment. So to put this in perspective, if a fetus weighs 1 ounce at the end of the first trimester, which is a fairly average time at which abortions occur, and all of the 14,000 fetuses that are aborted every year are sent to this energy plant, then the fetal tissue makes up less than 1% of the medical waste incinerated every year. So is the controversy about the burning of aborted fetuses, or that we are somehow profiting from their incineration in the form of energy? The controversy first starts because you are murdering babies. That's the real controversy. Then secondarily is the fact that they're being not burned, but they're being burned, and that the heat from this burning is being used to warm people's homes. That's the controversy. And it's not hard to see that. You know, why is that difficult for people to understand and see that? Man, these are human beings. Yes, they're dead, but they're still human beings. Now, we're not even talking about whether a woman has a right to abort, murder a baby that's in her stomach. We're not talking about that. That's a whole separate issue. We're talking about after the fact. And people have deceived themselves into thinking that these are not human beings and become so insensitive to say that, well, these not human beings anyhow, to the point where it doesn't matter if they're burned and the heat is going into their homes. How crazy is that? That's nuts. This other person said, what's wrong with me that I don't see this as a problem? I would be fine if we used all dead humans as a power source. Maybe I've been watching too much Walking Dead. LOL, anyway, it's just dead cells at that point. Oh well, emotion beats logic in this case, I guess, unless there's some health hazard I'm missing. This person says they don't see what the problem is. And they wouldn't mind using all dead humans as a power source. That shows no respect for life, no respect for human dignity. Now, this another person says, get over it. It's the cycle of life. Plenty of people get cremated daily. The issue is not about the babies just being burned. The issue is that they're being burned and used for heat, for energy source. That's ridiculous. That's crazy. But we so desensitized, or I would say the world is so desensitized that it just, human life has no value. And even though the humans have no value, whether they're alive or dead, they have no value. And that's why humans, treat each other the way they do. This world is caught up in the web of lies by the devil, the Satan, who is the father of lies. And he has deceived mankind into thinking that mankind has no value. And that's crazy. And the reason he's doing that is because he hates mankind. Why? Because God made man in his image. And the devil hates God. Therefore, he hates mankind. And he's doing everything in his power to make sure that man destroys himself. He's doing everything in his power to make sure that man does not know his creator. Because, just like the old saying go, misery loves company. The devil want to take as many people to hell with him, to the lake of fire with him, as he possibly can. And it's sad, people falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. And the Bible tells us that the enemy, the devil, only comes to steal, to kill, and destroy. But Jesus said, I come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. And so the enemy, the devil, just all he want to do is kill, to steal, destroy. He just want to destroy man's sense of value. He want to destroy man, period. He don't want man to have anything to do with God. And so he got all these clever plots, clever lies, like evolution. And evolution, by nature, takes away human value, because it says humans are really nothing more than animals. That we come from a primordial soup, and that we have no purpose, that our lives are meaningless, that we're here, we evolved from soup and from apes and from other creatures or whatever, and that we have no value, We have no purpose. And once we die, that's it. And so that's why we see men treating each other like animals. That's why you can have people raping kids, raping women, raping men, raping everybody. Old people killing old people, robbing old people. That's why we can treat each other like garbage and it doesn't affect our hearts. Why? Because you've been taught, in this generation, been taught from birth that you came from an animal, that you nothing, and that you are going to be nothing. And when you die, that's it. And man already got a sinful nature, born with a sinful nature. So all that does is play into the sinful nature's hands that I might as well do what I want to do. Because once I die, that's it anyhow. I might as well live how I want to live. I might as well get what I can any way I can. As long as my flesh is gratified, as long as my desires are gratified right here, right now, who cares about tomorrow? Because you only live once. You only live once. You live and then you die. Then when you die, you go to face judgment. You go to face the judgment of God.